Welcome back to another market update with Spiral Strategies, and in today's video we'll be analyzing why there's a reason to believe that the bottom is in for this consolidation phase for Bitcoin. So let's get started. Now as you guys can see, Bitcoin currently sits at 63,000, big strong push up today at 3% already, almost 4% on the day. And in the last market update video, we pointed out that this bottom that came in, this temporary bottom that is now been broken and actually has tagged our 50% retrace. This was a major red flag that we did point out in our video back in April, that this was kind of that red flag that could possibly come and be retested, which it now actually has come back down, retested, washed out all the weekends here. Now this is why we believe now that the Bitcoin bottom is in. So back there we had a couple of MACD divergences come through. This has been invalidated now, and we've now got another MACD divergence here confirmed already. If we can break above this now high on the MACD, we'll be looking very, very good for Bitcoin heading into the next cycle, or sorry, heading into the next phase of the Bitcoin cycle for this halving event or this halving cycle. Now, a couple of things that we want to point out as well is this support here at 55,000, 56,000 has now been complete. If we go onto a line chart, we see how that tags perfectly, creates a nice neckline, head and shoulders pattern, and is now just heading really bullishly, um, you know, coming up to retest 63, 65,000 as well. We're also creating this nice wedge here. Now this is a bull flag. So for those of you out there that know technical analysis, we can now see that this bull flag is now being formed. Obviously, if we can break above this bull flag, that's going to paint us a target here, and we can quickly draw what that target will look like. And this brings us up to this apex here, which is about 90k, which is a nice round number for us. And that is actually a level that makes sense because in the previous videos we were saying as we break, um, as we come up and test these highs and start breaking them, we will start to see that the next point of resistance is going to be up in this area here. And so once we hit this area, now before we even get up here into the 90k, we're going to be seeing because of these strong days, this is probably about a 10% day here over the past 10% move over the last 3 days. This is a very strong push, and so most likely we'll overextend possibly up into 66, 67,000, and then come back and retest this level here just to make sure that we are still kind of going into that next bull phase. And then hopefully over the next couple of months here, September, October, we should see that this bull flag becomes validated, and then we reach up into this 90k area. And then from here, we'll most likely see maybe another retest before we go and break above 100,000. So obviously 100,000 is going to be the bare minimum target. We see prices much higher, but we can't talk about that until we at least hit this 90k level here. And so we'll be keeping an eye out on this level here as well, and see how this how the price reacts once we hit our bull flag target here of 90,000. And in the short term, we'll quickly bring up for our chart. I'll just get rid of all these drawings here for now. Don't need these. We can keep this on here. We'll go into our 4-hour chart here. Get rid of this. So I'm just going to take this consolidation phase here, and we'll take a look at the volume profile here. Alright, so as we can see here, volume profile, we've hit value low here. So now this is, like we said, this is going to be quite a bit of resistance here, coming out of value low, testing this level here. Our POC's sitting here at about 67,000, so we can easily come back and retest this and then still fill out some of these lower levels here. Now, we do have a gap here, however, as long as these two trend lines here, as soon as, oh sorry, support lines here, as long as these hold, we'll be looking not too bad. And this volume profile is now being filled out very nicely. Um, as we continue to fill this out and hopefully break above this bull flag pattern, we should see that explosive move after we break this level here, which is the $69,000 level here. So hopefully we see that being tested and break out of it. But in the short term, we're going to see some more sideways movement. We're kind of still locked in this massive bull flag channel. So playground's currently sitting here. So expect a couple of days, weeks, months of consolidation. It's probably going to be a while until we can really break the $69,000 level. However, it is good to see that we're now building this nice pattern and that we've broken below this structure here and actually retested the 50% level. I actually did want to show you guys quickly on the daily as well. So we're going to take our moving averages here. I believe I did this here on, we'll take a 3-day as well. Actually, we'll go back to the daily here. So we've got our 200 simple moving average here, which is our red line. And as you can see here, we've actually broken below that red line, but Bitcoin loves to do this, especially in previous bull cycles where it'll dip below temporarily um, under the simple moving average, 200 simple moving average, and then now just really just continue this bull run. So if we go back, we see how the bottom here that came in at, we'll actually go all the way to the bottom here, bottom that came in here at 17,000, we've only dipped below it once here, and now for a second time here. In the previous cycle, Bitcoin did a similar thing as well, so we'll take these two as an example. Now, obviously with COVID, there's going to be a bit of an exception, but bottom here at 3K, 4K. So here we dipped one below. We're going to ignore COVID temporarily, but as you guys can see here, it actually never touched it back again. And in this case, we could probably even count the COVID low here. So we'll have one, two dips below the 200 simple moving average before we went absolutely rocketing up into the new highs at $60,000. And this is kind of indicative of what we're seeing right now with Bitcoin, where we've hit this once, we've hit this twice, and then from here, this is where we'll see that really explosive move, where it just never gets close to the simple 200 simple moving average as it heads into the second bull cycle. And I guess in this case, I guess you could say we're currently here in the cycle, so about halfway through, and this is what we're left to see on Bitcoin, which is just absolutely ridiculous numbers. And once you apply them to this, then you can probably see why $100,000 Bitcoin is quite reasonable, and we can even see it into this level here, well above 150. So that's what we're looking at for the longer term bull cycle of Bitcoin. But before we can get there, we do need to complete this pattern here, um, and make sure that we obviously hold now and don't break below this $53,000 wick, and essentially the $55,000 line chart. Now, on our other charts that we've drawn, we did have support here as well at 46, 47,000, and that was one of those super bear case scenarios where we were saying that you could temporarily see a dip or a wick into this. Now, chances are that it still could happen, but the chances are now lower and lower as we head into September and October. So we don't expect it to come in here at all. We do expect it to hold this level, because otherwise, if we don't see it hold this level, then it's going to start looking really bad, because then this becomes a massive, massive double top, and that's something that you don't want to see on Bitcoin, uh, especially only just coming, especially only getting past the halving event itself. And so that would actually be an event, something that would have never have happened before in its history. And obviously, it still could happen. We're not discounting it, but speaking from history itself and price action that Bitcoin has done in the past, we do expect it to hold this level and continue on its way up into this $90,000 level as well. And we'll leave it at that today, guys. If you guys like this content, please give it a like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to also subscribe to our newsletters for our market signals, buy and sell signal updates as well. Alright, guys, that was a big one. Peace out.